What's up? It's your boy Zeta P with another episode of Three Ps in a Pod. We go hop straight into it because we had a fantastic night for sports. I mean, it was amazing. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day, mom, to my granny, to my kids' mom, to my aunties, to all the lovely women in my life, to all the lovely women out there. Just love you all. Keep doing your jobs. Keep being the great moms. Keep giving and spreading the love to the world. We're gonna get into this game. Mr. Ant-Man won this game today for his mom. Like he said, it was crazy. We're gonna get into it though. Had to pause the music. But like I said, yeah, shout out to the Timberwolves and Ant-Man. Ant-Man won this game for his mom. It was incredible to see. He really put the Wolves on his back tonight, especially after Victor Wembanyama went down with a fucking he was ejected with a flagrant 2 foul after mowing Naz Reid. It was crazy to see. Like I said, we go hop into it. Shout out to Ant-Man and Timberwolves. Won this game 114-109. It was a good game, back and forth until the Timberwolves pulled out late in the second half, led by Ant-Man in his charge, and especially Naz Reid. He had incredible possessions in that run. Real hustle plays, real plays to help a team win. When you really think about it, in the grand scheme of things, basketball, especially playoff basketball, these games are won by not just star players. You need role players to show up in games. And in this game, the Wolves had 5 players in double digits, and the role players stepped up from Jaden McDaniels on down to Ayo Dosunmu coming off the bench. It was just incredible to see. Like I said, Victor Wembanyama was ejected early with this here flagrant 2 foul that they called. As you see, he bowled Naz Reid and chin. Yeah, real nice elbow. Real nice elbow to the motherfucking job from Victor Wembanyama. They said that I don't know what the fuck he learned with the monks, but it probably ain't the right shit. Anyway, he's supposed to be non-violent. But I will say Miss Johnson said after the game that it probably related from frustration from Victor Wembanyama not getting a lot of call for him. You know, he gets a lot of physical plays and he doesn't get the foul, you know. But like I said, the Wolves and the Spurs had a good game. The young core showed up for the Spurs. Fox had 24 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals.
Spurs last led at 21-20.
Castle had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 4 assists. Dylan Harper showed up, had 24 points, 7 rebounds, and fucking 3 steals. A young rookie coming up, showing up in this postseason, really looking like a veteran out there. Series tied back 2-2, headed back to San Antonio. Did Wemby cost the Spurs control of the game? Like I said, the young core for the Spurs really showed out. They continued to ball, even though late. Like I said, the Spurs got their first lead late into the 8 minutes into the third quarter with a Devin Vassell basket. Nice Euro. Like I said, they were balling. It was some Euro 2-2-2-2 from Dylan Harper. Euro step move from Dylan Harper. Sorry, y'all. Just a little plus. There was a lot of going on. I had to cover a lot. And anyway, no excuses. Back to being surgical. Like I said, it was a good game. It wasn't Wemby's fault, honestly. It's playoff basketball with the wind-up call, like you seen him with the wind-up with the elbow. Of course, you know who's going to get that flagrant 2 call, but the Spurs still did what they needed to do. They still had potential to win this game, but Ant-Man pulled it out, being very clutch. Clutch threes late in the game from De'Aaron Fox and Ant-Man. De'Aaron Fox actually went cold. That was the last bucket he scored right there. Late into the game, Ant-Man scored 3, got the lead, then came back down to really put the icing on the cake. Look at this no-look pass from Naz Reid to Rudy Gobert. They all really was playing well. Like I said, real full effort win from the Timberwolves on their part. 5 players in double digits, and it's a nice win as they head back to San Antonio to see if they could, potentially go up 3-2 in this series. Hopefully Victor Wembanyama doesn't get suspended or anything like that, because it'd be fucking idiotic, asinine for him to be suspended for anything like this. It's basketball. I really hate that he got, ejected for that, but you know how things is. Next in basketball talk, it's not Knicks. Next in basketball talk, we have the New York Knicks who dominated the 76ers. They absolutely swept their ass. It was an obliteration. It was a motherfucking, not a dog fight. It was a motherfucking foot to ass whole meeting the whole time. Belt to ass. It was just a dog walk. That was dog walking their ass. This is what I meant to say. It was no competition. It wasn't a series at all. The series result was 4-0. The point differential by the games in this series is 89. Is the 89 point differential for the games in this series. Game 1, Brunson dropped 35 points, had 27 in the first half. Game 2, 25 lead changes. Knicks pulls away late. Game 3, Brunson clutch again. Game 4, 25 threes, ties the playoff record for the Knicks. Knicks had a 144 points, which is a franchise playoff record, 25 threes, tied the record, and 7 straight playoff wins, which is a franchise record for the New York Knicks. Getting into this game, Miles McBride showed up, showed out. Look at his play on Jalen Brunson just working. Jalen Brunson went to work early out there. He had 7 points. 5 points in 7 minutes right there. You see, he had the 3, then he had the layup, just filleted the nigga ass. Jalen Brunson, big head ass, he did his thing. He led his team in his charge. But like I said, Miles McBride had 25 points. He was 7 for 9 from 3. Like, here, come here, boy. Come here. What's this? Cash. What's this? Splash. What's this? Split out, you know what I'm saying? It was a part. He was plus 33 tonight and plus minus. Karl Anthony Towns had an all-around impact. He had 17 points, 10 assists. For the series, Karl Anthony Towns averaged 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 7.5 assists on elite efficiency. Playing just 23 minutes per game. Knicks heading to the Eastern Conference Finals just for the second year in a row. Karl Anthony Towns is actually headed to the conference final for his third year in a row, 2 with New York and the previous year with Minnesota. Is this the most complete team, the complete Knicks team ever? Has Cat reinvented himself as a winning piece? And that's very interesting to think about because this Knicks team, like I said, second year going back to the Eastern Conference Final, and this is Cat's third consecutive year, showing that he not only can lead one franchise there, but help lead another franchise there, not once, but consecutively. So I honestly believe that Cat has proved something, that he is a winning piece. He is, as he says himself, the best shooting big man of all time. And I can give him that, but it's more than that. As you can see in these stats, he learned how to affect the game in other ways. He doesn't have to be the leading scorer. He's found ways to impact the game and impact winning, and it's really helped him evolve to this another level as a player. Cat averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, and almost 8 assists for this series. 16, 8, and 8. That's incredible for a center. It's incredible for him. I'm pretty sure his team really needed it because they really didn't need his scoring in this round. They had OG Anunoby who was going off. They had Jalen Brunson who was going off. Mikal Bridges finally stepped up. Like you seen, Miles McBride in this game had 25 points. So it was a well-rounded effort for the whole team. And shout out to Mike Brown for getting those guys prepared, getting them in that gym, getting them into the film room, watching those games that they dropped to Atlanta, getting their mind right to come back out here. And like I said, 7 straight wins, almost for the part, in blowout fashion. And it's just been great basketball played by New York. Their fans up there going freaking insane. And it's good to see for the city. It's good for basketball. Next, we go get into the Embiid future because after losing this series, after sending the Celtics home, we had so much expectations for this 76ers team. We didn't expect them to get swept like this. At least I thought myself it was going to be a series. I thought they were going to make it interesting. I thought it was at least going to go to 6, but unfortunately it did not. And B did go down. He had some injuries, and he just looked gassed, especially after the New York series. Tyrese Maxey didn't step up to the occasion. Neither did Paul George, and VJ is still young. There's questions about what Nick Nurse is going to do from here. Are they going to keep Nick Nurse? And the problem, honestly, is not him. It's probably Daryl Moore has to go. They have made plenty of questionable decisions over the years, and trading away Jared McCain has to be like the biggest slap in the face for them, especially seeing him over there driving and knowing that he's exactly what they needed coming off the bench. They didn't have really much bench scoring, bench present, all in this series, and that was the key difference between them and the Knicks. Like Miles McBride, Landry Shamet coming off the bench, Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench, they coming out there shooting. Even sometimes Mitchell Robinson, they had a very deep roster over there, and that's been a key difference in these series. Like the other team over there in the West, who's probably finna get swept, that we're gonna get into later, the Lakers. They are playing the deepest team we probably have seen in recent memory. The OKC Thunder are fully loaded from top to bottom, and these teams just are not giving you a break. Every time your stars think they can catch a break, maybe you think you can attack the secondary scores. They maybe they're not the best defenders, and it's not just happening. Especially for OKC, they have elite defenders coming off the bench and elite, ball carriers, and they just know what they're doing out there. Elite coaching, elite scheming. It's just been very good, very high IQ basketball played by both teams. And I believe, honestly, the Knicks and the Thunder are headed to meet each other in the finals. But we'll see. But as far as for Embiid and his future with the 76ers, it was nice to see him come back, especially him fight after having a appendectomy and going through so much with him not having no knees at fucking all. And it's just, I don't know, the process is over to me. I hope to see Embiid go somewhere where he doesn't have to play as much. I believe for Embiid, he needs to go to a team, one of these teams with a deep roster where has already have their guys set up. They already know what they're doing. They already know what they want. They already have their scheme. He just can come in there and help them and just put them over the top. Like, team that comes to mind at the moment, maybe the Pistons. Honestly, could you imagine Embiid with the Pistons? Having Cade already being his perennial all-star, perennial first team, all being NBA player, he really wouldn't have to do that much, especially on the defensive end, because you have those type players. You would want to keep Isaiah Stewart in that deal in order to, have a relief valve for Embiid. I honestly don't know what is the future for Embiid, to be honest with you, because he's pushing his late 30s. His injury history is is thick as hell. He's looking like a Bible at this point, how thick it is, the rap sheet he has. And it's just sad to see for a former MVP. He's played with so much talent, and he's never even reached a conference final before. And he's the first MVP to ever do that, not reach the conference final. It's just crazy to have this incredible talent. It's just sad for Embiid. 0 conference finals, multiple second round exits, injuries, inconsistency, ends with 2025 missed playoffs, and he's swept in the second round this year. C minus D range as far as his playoff record is concerned. Biggest what if in the modern era of the NBA. Who deserves the most blame? Embiid, the front office, or the injuries? Collection of all. Like I said, the front office have made questionable moves throughout, trading away Jerry McCoy, trading away Jerry McCain, trading away Landry Shamet, trading away Julian Champagny, not signing Jimmy Butler, not putting the right team around Embiid, a consistent roster around him, drafting Ben Simmons and letting it fall, trading them for. So, like I said, it's a collection because you have Embiid. He plays his part with the injuries too. So it's a collection between the front office and Embiid. Next, we have the Cavs defeat the Pistons. They finally make it a series. Finally making a series. They defeat the Pistons 116-109 to get their first win in the series. The Cleveland Cavaliers are now 1-2. And I'm not surprised. I said in a couple of episodes ago that in this series, I believe that the home teams are going to win every game. The first 2 games were in Detroit. Detroit won both games very convincingly. And in this game, first game back in Cleveland, the Cavs went out there. They showed out. They role players stepped up and their stars stepped up. And that's the most important part. James Harden came out there and had a vintage performance. It looked really good. Cavs get the game 3 win behind a Harden. Like I said, he just showed out for them. He had 19 points, Thought I had some more stats up there. But nah, for real though. Yeah, James Harden had 19 points, showed out. But this game came down to like I said, the Cavs stars doing their job. Donovan Mitchell had 35 points, really balled out, showed why he is the cogs in the Cavs engine, like why they really need him. And Mobley showed up to the occasion as well with timely blocks and rebounds. Donovan Mitchell had 35 points, 8 rebounds. Jared Allen had 18 points. And this game was decided, like I said, by Harden with this vintage performance, just coming down the court. Last few minutes of the game, it was determined by some key turnovers by Cade Cunningham. I believe he had like 3 turnovers back to back that caused the Cavs to come down there, and James Harden to come down there with a midi, then with the floater, then a dagger three to just put the knife in the Pistons and keep the Cavs' hopes alive. Now they stand in Cleveland, game 4. They have some momentum, and let's see if it can carry over and they can tie this series up heading back into the Detroit, because if they do, they have the momentum on their side. Players like Donovan Mitchell, who's been in his position before multiple years, it's time for him to start showing up so he can get to the conference final, because he's another one of those players who hasn't reached that coveted height yet. And he's getting a lot of questions. James Harden, we already know the stigma around him. So it is time for this veteran core to put it together, even though it's their first year playing together. These two players are veteran players. They have been in this situation before, and it's time for them to show up and show out in the best way. And to do that against this young Pistons team who is thriving, who is the incredible defenders, is really going to show what the Cavs have in the tank, what they really are made of. Are they really a championship contender team, or are they just a pretender? And if they can come, honestly, like I said, I believe every team at home is gonna win the game in this series. So it's gonna go to 7, and it's gonna go to Detroit, and it's gonna come down to if James Harden and Donovan Mitchell just have their cojones, and I'm just keep it as simple as that. Like, for real, we already know what's going on. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna pussyfoot it. It's just like my old folks used to say, like, it ain't no reason to. We gonna be honest with it. If James Harden don't show out, if he has one of those blunders that he usually has in game sevens or in the playoffs late, the Cavs is through, and he showed out. But let's see if this can continue. I'm not gonna give my hopes up, because James Harden is very much up and down, but it's good to see him show out. And that's all I got to say about that. The Lakers last night got their ass beat. It was just a very dominant performance from the OKC Thunder. Thunder win this game 131-108. AJ Mitchell showed out last night. 24 points, 10 assists, 0 turnovers. First in OKC playoff history to do it, would have 20 plus points, 10 rebounds with 0 turnovers in the game. Like I said, showed out last night. Austin Reeves was very atrocious. 25 points allowed on defense. They was attacking him all night, just spraying him, getting downhill, putting the ball in his chest. Really didn't take too many moves to get past him at all. It really looked like a fucking cone out there. He really couldn't guard a parked car. Like I said, can't hold no tissue to a dripping nose out there. They just bullying him out there, and it was just very fucking atrocious. Aiden had 0 effort, 0 energy, 0, I think 1 fucking defensive rebound all night, and it's crazy for your starting center. JJ was fucking clearly frustrated. He said, I can't even fucking play him. And like I said, look, just getting blue by is nothing he could do. AJ Mitchell showed out, was kicking their ass all night, 24 points, putting the ball in Austin Reeves' chest all night, just going straight at the Lakers defense. It was nothing that they could do. And you can't have Marcus Smart guard him, because he's already dealing with SGA, holding him to some lows as of recently. We know SGA to be 20 plus points a game scorer in the high 30s, and Marcus Smart has been doing a very good job of holding him lower in those stats. LeBron was 7 for 19 from the field goal. Reeves had 17 points and 9 assists. Rui, we'll go get into you later because he went off. The problem in this game is just the OKC Thunder are just too fucking deep. It was nothing that the Lakers could do at all. Their lone bright spot was Adam Thiero, who came in. He led the Lakers um, coming off the bench and rebounding, and that is a lot to say for like this shit is just it's sad. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Adam Thiero came up off the bench because I got the exact stats. I'm trying to pull it up. How many minutes he played? Because it's just wild. Thiero had 4 points and 8 rebounds in 13 minutes. 8 rebounds, 13 minutes. And you had DeAndre Ayton, who was the first overall pick, not even 5, 6, 7 years ago. And he can't even, it's just sad as hell. I'm looking forward to seeing um, Adam get some more potential clock in the future for the Lakers. I honestly say pay him for game 4. I mean, you finna get fucking swept anyway. It's not really much that you can fuck up and get wrong. I mean, just try some shit, honestly. Like Rui also showed out in this game. He's leading the NBA in shooting percentage. Six in NBA history, highest shooting percentage from the 3-point line in NBA history, 65%. Rui just been balling, showing out the long bright spot for the Lakers. Like I said, and he's gonna get a big payday this offseason. We already know it. They're gonna get that boy some motherfucking money. To other things, we got the WNBA back. We had some standout performances. Shout out to my girls. I love watching the WNBA. I am a noob. At first, I was a casual, but I'm glad to see them back hooping. I love the fact that they have recently got the pay increase. Love seeing the expansion. Love seeing the growth of the league overall. So we're gonna get into it. We have some standout performances. This right here, very beautiful woman, Kiki. Sorry, I don't want to mess up your last name, Riffin. But she had 20 points, 12 rebounds last night. Really balled out. Fastest to 600 points, 400 rebounds since Breanna Stewart. Yeah, since Stewart. Let me see. Dominant interior presence. She's a 6'3" forward with elite rebounding and post scoring. Fast rising young star. Already putting up big rebounding numbers. 16 boards in the opener recently. High motor player. Doesn't need plays called. Scores off hustle, boards, physicality. Kiki is one of those players who just outworks you. As you can see, offensive rebounds, second chance points, and physical buckets. She's a dog, and I love watching her play. Like I said, great performance from Kiki tonight. With another performance from my girl Lexi Brown, member of the Gills Arena cast, and you know she deals with Crohn's, and it's good to see Lexi back out there on the court. Lexi had 17 points, 5 for 6 from the three. She's an elite role player, shooter, career 35% from the three, built her reputation around space in the floor. She's a WNBA champion, 2021 with the Sky. So she's not just a random high hand. She's been on winning teams. She's a microwave scorer off the bench. This game shows exactly what she is. Come in, swing momentum fast, get buckets, and put belt to ass. Lexi Brown is one of those guards where if she hits 2 shots early, it's over. She can flip the game like that in a fucking instantly. Great microwave score. She can flip the game in quick 3 possessions. Shout out to Lexi Brown coming back, doing her thing. Now we got my girl Stewie, Breanna Stewart tonight. 23 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. One of the greatest ever. 2-time MVP, 3-time champion, Finals MVP. Still in her prime. Just dropped 31 and 10 in the opener. Crossed 6,000 career points milestone. Ultimate two-way player. Can dominate scoring and defense in the same game, just putting up buckets. Stewie is basically the WNBA version of do it all superstar. Like I don't know, because she got defense. I don't want to say Joker. It's down there like prime Wemby. If he can get there, she can be the best scorer and the best defender on the floor any night. So shout out to Stewie. Stewie, do your thing, girl. Jabal. Next, our next standout performer is my girl Olivia Miles, who had 21 points and 8 assists. Number 2 overall pick in this year's draft, immediately thrown into a big role. Historic debut, one of only 5 players ever with 20 points, 5 assists in their debut. In their debut, known as a triple double threat coming out of college. She's an elite playmaker. Olivia Miles is different, not just scoring, but running, and the offense already just like a vet. And that's rare for a rookie guard, especially in the WNBA. These women take pride in their craft and coming out here, especially giving these young players hell. And we know that based off the type of damn, she just crossed her ass up. Hey, she just hit her ass up so smooth. No cap. Come on now. Come on now. You talking about she a rookie? She on their ass out there. Shout out to Olivia. She just out there balling. Like I said, you can tell that she just she look like she been there handling the ball like a motherfucking rock. That's what I'm talking about, girl. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Jet, you hear me? WNBA is most definitely coming back. It's back, baby. It's back. It's back. Another standout performance last night. Well, tonight we got my girl, and then she don't fight. She just on that. Hey, why am I rapping, y'all? I don't know, fool. It's just I'm just excited, man. It's been some good games. I had to cover a lot tonight, so y'all go bear with me. That's all I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all like the WNBA too. We all do. Marine Johnson last night. She had 25 points, 6'3". Look at that fucking fake, man. Oh my goodness. One of the most dangerous shooters in the league. Led the WNBA in the 3-point percentage in 2022 with 44%. She's a creative, flashy scorer, known for her deep range, wild shot making, very Steph-like, as you can see. International star, she's from France, brings a different crafty style versus typical NBA guards. Marine might be one of the most fun scorers in the W. She takes shots most players wouldn't even think of. Like, you see, man, like I said, very Steph, like great off the ball movement, just ready for the shot, ready for the catch and shoot. We're gonna get into them champs last night. Look at my girl, my MVP, Asia, the one, Wilson, and that girl. She played battling back to back last night. Kelsey Plum. Ace had a statement win, beat the Sparks 105-78, 5 players in double digits. Kennedy Carter had 22 points. Jackie Young had 20 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Asia anchored it all with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Chelsea Gray, 16 points, 4 threes. Nalissa Smith had 12 points and 6 rebounds. Kelsey Plum had 27 points. Are the Aces still the most complete team in the W? For me, here, yeah. Like I said, 5 players in double digits out there hooping, well-rounded, well-complete win. But Kelsey Plum still showed out against her former team out there giving buckets. Look at that motherfucking step back on motherfucking Carter on your ass, girl. You know you want these buckets. Come get them. Like I said, very, very, very interesting from the W. So excited to see this. And I had so much. I didn't even think this episode is really shorter than I thought it would be. But honestly, it's cool because I got a lot of research to do tomorrow. Without research, I already got the shit. But y'all know the NBA draft. Wizards won that joint. We gonna have to talk about that, but this gonna be a whole separate video because there's a lot to talk about. So I just want to get them. They just do. And we gonna talk about these WNBA players. Like I said, Asia and Kelsey Plum was going at it all night, and it was just a motherfucking show. Shout out to the W. Glad to have them back. But like I said, it was a great night tonight from both leagues. Incredible to see. We gonna get into the draft tomorrow. Grade the NBA Embiid era, fucking C minus. OKC versus the Lakers is finna be a fucking sweep. They finna be with Embiid and Cancun real soon. I feel like this Spurs and Timberwolves series is gonna keep going back to back. Like I just said about the Cavs and Pistons, I don't think the Wemby ejection really. It could have, because you could think about it potentially. The Spurs could have went up 3-1 in this series if Wemby didn't get ejected because it was close all night. But with them tying the series, allowing the series to be tied, we'll see. And that's been all. It's all for your boy Z to P on this episode of 3Ps in Pod. Please like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And thanks for all the love, the support. I love all my fans. I love everybody. And shout out to all the mothers out there. Again, happy Mother's Day.